The world is a character too, and that is why I care so much about how to keep the environment consistent in AI video. Everyone protects the faces. Meanwhile, the kitchen counter swaps sides between shots. The window moves to another wall. The cafe from episode 1 becomes a different cafe by episode 3, and the audience does something quiet and fatal. They stop believing. Not just the room, everything in it. The cause is simple and structural. Each generation dreams the environment up again, and no description ever equals a place. Describe the room 12 times carefully, and you will own 12 plausible rooms, never one room 12 times. And it hurts most where stories live, in coverage that cuts between angles of one space, and in the places a story returns to, because returning is what makes a place mean something. A film needs more than the same faces. It needs the same places, because location consistency is what lets a place mean something. In Video Agent is where my world learned to hold, and the idea moved me the first time I heard it. Locations are cast like characters. On my current film, a story set on a desert highway, every recurring environment was generated in variations, iterated, and locked, and the plates became project state in context, the project's memory, right beside my people. Every shot after inherited the world automatically, checked before it reached me. Let me walk you through it as it happened. It began with the script, because how to keep the environment consistent in AI video starts before anything generates. Which places need locking? I knew my world, I wrote it. A desert that had to feel hot, dry, and endless. The kind of place where a plan either works or you are stuck walking. What I handed over was only the paperwork. Video Agent read the script and compiled every recurring environment into a build-ready list for my review. My world, my call. It just spared me the listing. Then the world got built. And choosing it was the part I loved. Everything generated in parallel, variations of each place, reviewed like a casting session while the next rendered. I was not picking a pretty desert. I was picking the true one, the washed-out plains whose emptiness reads as loneliness, the long dust trails that make distance feel like a sentence. When the environment is doing emotional work, choosing it is directing, and I chose every frame of mine. The finals locked as plates, and here is what actually happens in that moment. The world becomes a cast member, which is everything location consistency ever asks for. The plates locked into context beside the character sheets, the film's spatial anchors, the setting now as permanent as the people. What a plate holds is your production's call. That it locks is what changes everything. Then generation. And the worry I brought from every other tool. Do you have to re-upload the world for every single take? Never again. Video Agent pulls the location plates and the character sheets into every generation itself. Automatically, and every take is checked against the locks before I see it. A shot that breaks the world gets flagged and rerun before it can break the spell. The heat stays hot, the emptiness stays empty, the props stay themselves, and within a scene, the geography holds too, shot after shot, so the space never lies about itself. Then the proof cut, the receipt for how to keep the environment consistent in AI video. Because should you take a claim like this on faith, not from me, not from anyone.
You keep trying. Come back home. Every time.
One stretch of desert, a dozen shots, a dozen angles, intercut. The horizon keeps its line, the dust hangs in the same light, the loneliness reads the same in every frame. And the harder test, the one stories demand. The same place returned to scenes apart, cut back to back, holding, because a place can only mean something the second time if it is still the same place. And the ending every storyteller needs. How do you change the world on purpose? Deliberately, once, at the base. When my story needed the world to turn warmer, emptier, darker, I updated the locked base one time, and every shot downstream inherited the turn. Change is a decision the story records. Drift is an accident nobody meant. And the honest edge said plainly, InVideo Agent holds what you locked, and an unlocked place drifts like anywhere else, so lock the world before you ask it to act. So here is how to keep the environment consistent in AI video. The sentence I keep. Location consistency holds because every recurring place is cast like a character. Its plates locked in context and carried by InVideo Agent into every generation on its own, checked before you ever see it. Which is why the world can finally do what settings do in real films, mean something. Same faces, same places, same story. If your people are holding and your world is not, my answer is InVideo Agent at invideo.io. Cast the place, lock the place, let it act. And now here's the proof cut from the film I made with InVideo Agent.
In this no man's land, where do I find sugar now?
Hey, who's that?